Hello, in this tutorial, we will cover how to grade constructed response questions and how you can provide feedback to your students on these question types within Illuminate. First, you will need to log into your account and search for the assessment that you need to score the constructed response for. And to do this, click on Assessments and then View Assessments. Next, search for the assessment that you need to enter a score in for. And then once you find and open up that assessment, select Administer, and then select Enter Edit. From here, you can filter out your classes by selecting Classes and searching for the classes that you need to enter scores for, or search for particular students if you have a group of students that you need to grade. You can also view students by clicking on the drop-down arrow under View and view students with data or without data and filter that way. So then if you've given this assessment online, you could select View Students with Data, and then it will filter out all of those students that have taken it online so that then you can just view them. Once you have filtered out how to search for your students, select Find Students. From here, you will be able to find student responses by grid, by student, or by question. The default is by grid, and you can also filter out your question types by constructed responses, and then this will just filter out all of the constructed response questions that need to be graded. So this will give you a grid view, and then the answers will be off to the right next to the question, and then click on the drop down under the question number, and then you can score it from here. You can also, as I mentioned, score by student or by question, and this will drill down by student or by question. And on the by question view, you can also filter out by constructed responses. And then you will see all of the constructed responses just for that particular question, and then click on the arrow to the right of the question to scroll through all of the constructed response questions. And then the constructed response questions will appear to your right, and then under the constructed response filter, you will see your student's first and last name, and then you can score the constructed response by clicking on the drop down and then giving the score for that constructed response here. You can also provide feedback to your students on this screen by highlighting pieces of their constructed response and then inserting comments, or you can insert a comment at the bottom of the constructed response question. There is a space for you to provide feedback there as well. And you can give feedback by student or by question within the Enter Edit option of grading. And this is what it looks like on the teacher side of things. And then the students can view these comments within their student portal. So they will need to log into the student portal to review the teacher feedback, and then once they find the assessment that you've provided feedback on, they just need to click Review this assessment. And here is an example of what a constructed response question with feedback looks like to the student in their portal. So their question, their response is off to the left, and then there's some highlighted text here that the teacher in this example made comments on, and then those teacher comments are off to the right for the student to view. And if you do decide that you would like to use this feature within Illuminate to provide feedback to your students, it's important to know that you will need to go back into your online test administration and turn on that visibility for them. So to do this, you will need to go into Online Testing, find your online test administration, and select Edit. At the bottom of the administration page, there is a section for Assessment Review Settings. This controls what the student sees within their student portal. You will want to select Yes to view assessment and teacher feedback. The default setting for this is No. So if you do not go back into your online test administration and set this to Yes, then the students will not be able to see your comments in their student portal. Turning this option on does not expose the answer key, but it will allow students to view which questions they answered correctly and incorrectly within their portal. So that's something to take into consideration when setting up your assessment and, determining whether you would like to use the teacher feedback feature or not. And that is how you can make teacher feedback visible to the students within their student portal. If you have any questions on how to set up your online test administration and edit those test sessions, check out my video on editing online test administrations. And if you have any questions on grading your constructed response questions or how to set those up, please feel free to reach out. Thanks.